So here we are. We got the four tents behind us. You got all the migrants behind us. It won't let us get any closer.
Not everyone getting what they want for Christmas this year. Can you imagine? Knocks on the door, and not only are they knocking on your door for Christmas, but they're carrying firearms too. Well, you guys should probably know about what's going on this Christmas. Coming right up. My name is Cohen here at Riverside Homestead, and if you're brand new here, welcome. If you guys are into prepping tips, emergency preparedness, and most of all, news and awareness stuff you need to know about, be sure to hit that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one.
They're outnumbered by migrants 200 to 1. One Texas border station was processing more than 4,500 migrants on Tuesday. Checkpoints across the state have now been forced to close, as we just told you, and they're diverting manpower to the Eagle Pass crossing because things are just so out of control there.
In places down south, much like the surroundings you see around me now, you're gonna have people coming down trails and roads like this, ending up in residence and places like where you live. And you know what they're calling them? Gotaways. Now, I know you guys know about what's going on down the border, but this is the latest. This is the latest, and it's gonna catch people on Christmas or around the holidays, the new year, by surprise, because they're knocking on people's doors now. These images right here, you can see them carrying firearms. On this breaking report, several gotaways caught on camera in Eagle Pass, Texas, carrying rifles into the country. Articles also reading, illegal aliens begging door to door in neighborhoods near New York City, tent shelter. The reason I'm bringing this up is because this has not been making mainstream media like it should be. We're talking about millions and millions more. Residents of neighborhoods near the tent shelter in New York City say illegal aliens are showing up on their doorsteps begging for money, food, and clothes, according to the reports. And like I said, now we're getting fresh reports saying that they're carrying firearms, and this is the reason why y'all should be aware of this.
But what if Biden's negligence is by design? Consider this opinion piece from the New York Post. It reads, one of Biden's first acts as president was to send Congress an amnesty bill covering nearly every illegal immigrant here. Biden has given up on that amnesty, and if he couldn't cajole Congress, they say, to pass it, perhaps he's decided to break the immigration system and start from scratch. Scary thought, huh?
Top Border Patrol sector chiefs expressed concern about the number of illegal immigrants evading detection at the southern border, saying that the potential threat coming across the border keeps us up at night during the interviews at the White House Homeland Security Committee throughout the year. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Going into the holiday season, the new year, wrong reason to be kept up at night. Waiting for Santa? Well, not this year. The fumbling around might be an unwanted guest. Fox News Digital obtained excerpts from transcripts of the interviews with the committee taken during the year as part of the work was going on with the migrant crisis, which, if you haven't been paying attention, has set multiple records this year. Here's what known gotaways look like on camera when TCOs exploit BP agents forced to leave miles of open border. In Eagle Pass this week, amid unprecedented surge of give-ups, armed men across the U.S. without any enforcement to stop it. These are the images of the men crossing through the photos, and we blurred out the firearm just for policy reasons. But you can see that they're carrying something that you definitely aren't gonna want them knocking on your door with. Here's another person along the river's edge, same item. Another guy crossing the river, what looks like a semi. Then you've got Bill Mulligan with an X-post. He writes, new, Lukeville, Arizona right now. Only 2 Border Patrol agents here to move this mass of hundreds of illegal immigrants from around the world to a processing area. We continue to see enormous numbers of men from Africa who tell us they are going to sanctuary cities around the U.S. And you wonder why you don't see this on mainstream. Back to New York, local residents raging on social media as brazen illegals shatter peace and security in Brooklyn neighborhoods. We had nice, close neighborhood group of people. Now we have literally invasions of people knocking on doors, begging, asking for money. Last month, the Big Apple began busing illegal aliens to controversial makeshift facilities at Floyd Bennett Field in Brooklyn, despite the protestations of local residents. Now illegals staying at shelters are reportedly shattering the relative peace and sense of security in the surrounding vicinity. And a lot of these areas are older folks. There's a lot of retired people here, a lot of families here. They're at the stage of their lives where they like peace and quiet. This is the opposite. We're not liking what we see. Right here, Colin Rugg on X report migrant in New York City are now door to door begging locals for money and food. This is just part and parcel of living in a sanctuary city. Migrants are knocking on doors in Brooklyn after many of them were relocated to a tent shelter in Floyd Bennett Field after what I just spoke about. Migrants are knocking on the doors of Brooklyn after many of them were relocated in a tent shelter at Floyd Bennett Field after hotels in the city became overwhelmed. I am all for charity, 100%. I'll give you the shirt off my back, the money in my pocket, but this is not the way. This has to stop, said one resident who has lived in his home for 30 years.
I don't feel safe. I don't know. I'm paying a lot of taxes from my salary, and I'm completely transparent to IRS and everything. So I think it's enough what we already pay, for them to support if we call ourselves a sanctuary city.
Have you seen anything like this happening in your neighborhood before?
No, haven't seen.
Do you have any message for President Biden and Mayor Adams?
Secure the border. That's the only message. Secure the border. Start working with the House and everyone. Republicans and Democrats have to unite on this issue, not separate. That's a shame.
Right here from Babylon Bee, Sanctuary City, bummed now that it actually has to do the sanctuary part. Like I said, folks, some people this holiday season are gonna get the unwanted guests. Not sure if everyone knows the scale of what is exactly going on here, but now that there's definitely reports and photos of what they're bringing along with them and them knocking on the doors around this Christmas season or the New Year, definitely makes it something that we should share out to the folks. I know we have a lot of friends down in Texas that need to know this, all the way up to New York. It wasn't very long ago that we spoke to someone that went to switchwithrhl.com, trying to switch over to American Made and Non-Toxic, and they were telling us the story of their place down there in Texas, that they had a cabin, like a place where people came to stay, relatives. Yes, they have now had to leave the place completely unlocked because otherwise it's broken windows, broken doors that they're constantly repairing, so that all the migrants, the hundreds of migrants traveling through the area could walk through the door, go in, get water, sleep, food and necessities, what they're looking for without breaking stuff. And I've read lots of stories similar to that down in the comments. So let me know if you've heard something, put it down in the comments. Let me know what you guys are thinking. If you feel like this is important stuff, please share it out, hit the like button so it gets out to more people. And as I know more, I'll keep you guys posted. Keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing. We'll see you on the next one.